let's get ourselves in that place where we're preparing, that we're practicing our mentality, getting ourselves going each day, asking the question, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation, is it meditation, is it inspiration? Because if it's not one of the three, I don't want it. And so today I want to talk about repetition, the ability to continue to go even when others would give up, to continue to focus even when you feel like things aren't working in your favor. There was a day I wrote down a meditation session where I sat in a sauna face down, and I just remembered that the thing that mattered is that you continue to breathe. It's that you continue to focus and you continue to put yourself in a place where your abilities, your mentality, and your focus opens you up to overcome challenge. And so each day that we give a little bit of time to do that, each day that we give ourselves a little bit of space to focus, even when things aren't working in our favor, that's where we start to grow. That's where our ability to overcome challenge comes from. It comes from the process of being ourselves. It comes from the process of overcoming things and focusing to the point where you're using your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. And so when you start to do that, you start to focus beyond challenge. You start to get within and you start to overcome things that nobody else could do for you. And so each individual day that we put in that kind of time and that we continue to get after it is in our favor. It's in our ability to do so. It is in our mentality to continue to, good morning, to focus past that point, to put ourselves in a place where we have what it takes. And so here I am again today putting in that mentality. And it's a wonderful thing when you face challenge and you overcome it through being who you are. You see, when people know you for you and they see you for who you are inside, the challenges that you have start to become manifested in positivity. They start to become manifested in the ability to overcome challenge. It's the little day by day that you put in the time. It's the things that you do on a constant. It's the ability to focus to the point where you're utilizing positive thinking, where what you have inside starts to overcome challenges, and you start to focus to that point where you are your greatest ally. See, a lot of people look at themselves as their greatest enemy, but if you spend the time to work with yourself, if you spend the time to put in the energy, if you spend the time to put in the ability to overcome challenge, then you will overcome those challenges. And so each day that I focus at that, I start to recognize that what I'm doing is overcoming the challenges that I face off against on a daily basis. And so here I am today speaking to you guys about motivation, about meditation, about inspiration. Because there was a day I didn't give up. There was a day I put myself in a car and I said, I'm either going to make it or I'm going to figure out a way to make it. And so I got up and I got after it, and I got my mentality in a place where what we're focusing on is greater than the challenges that we have. And when we're greater inside than the challenges that are on the outside, we start to find ourselves. We start to find a way to open up to the person that we are inside. And you see, on a daily basis, if you spend a little bit of time, just a little bit of time on yourself, if you spend a little bit of time within yourself, you'll spend a little bit of time focusing on your abilities and your mentality, and ultimately those things start to reflect outwards. Ultimately those things start to happen for you. And that's what this story is about. It's about the ability to find yourself. It's about the ability to continue to focus even when others would give up. And so each day that I get in here and I get after it, and I put this video out on it daily, this this is for you. This is for those people that sometimes ask, is it possible to continue? Is it possible to continue even when things aren't working in your favor? And so each day that we're in that place where we have what it takes within, we have what it takes to overcome, that's a victory in our day. So what are some of the ways that we can put our mentality in place, like writing notes in advance, like spending time just putting that little extra touch to your ability, putting that extra touch to your mentality, to focus beyond, to go within, to open your mind to a point where you have what it takes. And so the second part I talk about is, what does meditation mean to me? The process of meditation doesn't just start when you're sitting down with your eyes closed. It doesn't start when you're doing the breath work. It starts the hours beforehand, how you start your day, how you start your way, how you prepare yourself for the challenges that you're facing off against today. And so when you focus on being who you are on the inside, challenge comes your way to see if you can stay positive, if your mentality can stay in a place of positivity. And that's what this is about. It's about finding the mentality within where no matter your challenges, you overcome. And each individual has to seek out inside of themselves that place to overcome their challenges. Each individual to look at what it means to use the energy within themselves, how they apply that to their daily. What is it that you do today that sets you aside? What is it that you do today that gives you the ability to overcome your challenges? So the second part of what I'm going to talk about is why energy is important. Because when you understand the energy inside of yourself, you have the ability to utilize it. You have the ability to focus to a point where energy starts to become your friend. The universe starts to work in your favor, and the challenges that you face off against, you start to overcome. And when you start to become disciplined at being yourself, it starts to reflect outwards as a place of inspiration, a place of manifestation. And in that process, we find ourselves. In that process, we find our ability and we find our mentality. So let me go ahead and inspire you all to focus to become disciplined, to focus to use your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. And in that, we seek it within. In that, we seek it to overcome. And we seek out those people that bring us closer to our disciplines, bring us closer to our practices, and to our professions. Just want you all to be inspired today out there as you continue on your work week, that you would start your day off in a positive way, that it would grow within you and it would manifest. I just hope you all